It's your fitness gypsy, and I'm here today to give you a couple of powerful points to help you in your transformational journey. There's this man, and he would often get off late from work and take a shortcut through the cemetery on his way home. Well, he was unaware that a new grave had been dug along his path. Well, sure enough, he fell into it. And of course he was scared, so he tried and scratched and clawed, trying and failed attempts to get out of the grave. Well, after he wore himself out to complete exhaustion, he resigned himself to the fact, somebody's going to be here in the morning, I'm just going to settle in for the night. Well, about an hour later, there was a farmer that was also cutting through the cemetery while he was out hunting for possums and raccoons. And sure enough, he fell into the same pit. Well, just like the other guy, he was frantic and desperate, wanting to get out of that grave. So he was jumping around, and he was unaware, of course, that someone else was in the grave with him. So after a few minutes had passed, the one guy put his hand on the farmer's shoulder and said, "Friend, there's no getting out of here." Well, he did. He tucked tail and he got himself out of that grave. That's what motivation will do for you. Tapping into that kind of motivation will give you power that you had no clue you possessed. It will help you, the power that will help you to overcome self-pity, get yourself out of that self-pity pit and failed attempts at weight loss, and give you the power to transcend all this patty caking and dancing around, making these lifestyle changes and getting serious about transforming your life, becoming the best you can possibly be. Tapping into this kind of fear, honestly, is what it takes to make any kind of change in our life, getting the bejeebies scared out of us like this man in the story. For some of you, it has taken or might take the doctor looking you square in the eyes and saying, "Listen, if you don't make these changes, if you don't clean up your diet, if you don't start exercising and clean up your life, you're not going to be around much longer." And this kind of tapping into this fear factor is really the motivation it takes to bring about change in your life. And another powerful way of tapping into this kind of motivation is through pain. And I'm speaking of emotional pain. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you just feel like, something has got to give because I cannot live this way anymore. You got to reach that point where you're just tired of going along status quo and being stagnant in your life. Tapping into this kind of pain is what will enable you and empower you to take it to the next level and to really move into your potential, to rise into the light and become the best version of yourself. Okay, let's bring this a little bit closer to home. Ladies, when you go out to the stores and you're trying on clothes and you just feel so frustrated because you're getting disgusted with the way you feel that you look in the mirror, and you go home and you cry and you just feel so awful about yourself. Or when you're out with your guy friends and all the ladies are looking at them and not you, or dreading swimsuit season every year. I mean, come on. Let's tap into this pain. Let's get serious and stop playing around. Come on. How bad do you want it? Do you really want it? Tapping into your motivation, these two ways, through fear and through pain, is going to really give you the fire that you need, to bust it out in the gym. When you're on that treadmill, when you're feeling the pain, when you're feeling the hunger cravings for sugar or whatnot, let it fire you up even more. I guess you could call it swagger. And some of you need to get your swagger back. Come on, let's make this your year for transformation. Let's go. Let's get it.